No, your eyes do not deceive you. The Iron Warriors and the Imperial Fist are teaming up to take on the Xenos Hordes. In this video, I want to ask you one big question, and that is Space Marine 2 officially back? Has the new big patch brought you back? Is it going to bring you back into this game to purge in the Emperor's name once again? Now, for those of you who watch my channel regular, you'll know that I actually used to put out quite a lot of Space Marine 2 videos, but over the past year, I kind of fell out of love with the game, not because it was anything bad. It just got to a point where it was just repetitive and boring for me. I was playing the same missions over and over again, and nothing really new was happening. I wanted to jump into the multiplayer side of things, but the multiplayer side of this game is not supported like the single/co-op side of the game. Yes, they have put out a new map recently, the Dreadnought mode, which I did find fun, but there wasn't really that much to keep me anchored into the game just because of that multiplayer setting. Now the devs have released a brand new patch, they've released brand new cosmetics, brand new missions, and brand new objectives for you to do to unlock new armor types, capes, and all that type of stuff. And this is why I'm back making a video about this, because I'm asking that question. Is this enough to bring you back to the game? Is this enough to keep the game going to the next big release? So with this brand new patch, there is new cosmetics added and a brand new hero in the form of the Tech Marine. The Iron Hands are finally getting some love, though do not trust them because they will steal your Dreadnought if they have the chance to do that. Now, the champion itself, I think is fantastic. I think it's great. Again, when it comes to this game, when they put out cosmetics, when they put out these hero champion skins, I don't think they've ever missed the mark. Every single skin, every single chapter they've represented has been a 9, 10 out of 10 for me. And this Iron Hand champion is no different. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Along with the Iron Hand champion, of course, is some successor chapters as well, which you've seen in the background. Is there enough successor chapters? I don't think there is. I think there should be even more successor chapters. Doing 4 successor chapters of the Iron Hands feels like a little bit of a cop-out. The Iron Hands, just like the Sons of Dawn, just like the Ultramarines, do have a flavorful amount of successor chapters, which I feel like could have been more represented in the game with this patch. Now, another big feature that they've added into this patch is something called ordeals, and this is found in the data vault, and these basically ordeals are unlockable cosmetic items, unlockable armor items, the more you play the game and the more stuff you do in the game. So, for example, if you want to unlock capes, which you can now wear on your tactical marine, you have to then play absolute missions a certain number of times. Now, this has been getting some feedback from the community because people are not happy, and rightfully so, because the grindiness of this seems a little bit ridiculous. Like, if you want to unlock the red cape, you have to do 30 absolute missions. If you want to unlock the black cape, you have to unlock 100 absolute missions, which again can get a little bit grindiness. A lot of people just want to come in and play this game as a little bit of a chill session. I understand that there's a hardcore community to this game and they want to play this game constantly. I completely get that. I'm not trying to throw shade at any of these players, but I do think the majority of people that want to jump on Space Marine 2 are people just getting in from work. People who just want to play 1 or 2 games, unlock some cool things, and play with their friends. Now, thankfully, the developers have taken on this feedback, and they have said that there is going to be updates to this where they are going to bring the amount of grindiness in terms of numbers down. So it's great to see the developers are seeing this, they're seeing the feedback, and they're looking to fix this. In terms of what that grindiness is going to turn into, is 30 going to be 15? Is 100 going to be 50? We have absolutely no idea at this point. And on the topic of ordeals, and this is a personal preference from me, when I was looking through and what you can actually unlock, it's mostly just iron halos. There is some chapter icons there, which I do think shouldn't be behind the ordeal paywall, because a lot of people, again, play this game casually, and if you want to make like a white Templar, then you have to really do some ordeal stuff where someone else in game playing another chapter can just unlock that straight away with the, you know, chapter customizer that's already pre-installed with the game. So I'm not sure about the decals themselves. Army pieces, I definitely think should be part of the ordeals, but when it comes to the army pieces, I actually think they're a little bit dull. I get it, the iron halos, they look amazing on your characters. I've got one on my tactical marine as I record this video right now, but I think they should be a little bit ornate. I think they should be a little bit more heroic, badass looking, to really make you look that extra step on the battlefield, to show people, look what I've done, look what I've completed, look how cool I am. Because that's what Warhammer is at the end of the day. It's about the rule of cool. It's not about winning, it's about putting your models down on the tabletop and looking like an absolutely magnificent human being serving in the Emperor's name. And since we're talking about rule of cool, let's stay on the subject of customization, because not only with this patch, previous patches have introduced more love for the chaos side of the game, and I personally think we may be getting, just maybe getting, chaos operations in the future. Maybe there's a big announcement on the horizon, we'll just have to wait and see. Wink, wink. Now, when it comes to this customization, they've added stuff like hazard stripes, so you actually can go in game now and make an Iron Warrior and play in operations. And as much as I hate the Iron Warriors, I do welcome more customization options, so those people who do like to play the Iron Losers can have their representation in the game and play as Perturabo's losers. Now, something else they've added into the game, which I personally think should have been added at the start, but I understand they were probably in a rush to put the game out, maybe they didn't have the resources, is the practice arena. And I really like this addition because it gives both veteran and new players opportunity to better themselves. When it comes to a new player in the game, sometimes you're a bit overwhelmed with what you can do, what a block is, what weapon does what. This now gives you the opportunity to go in and actually play, test weapons and stuff like that, so you can get familiar with them and see how much damage they do. And on the flip side of that, for the veteran players, they can start making like ultimate builds now. They can go in and say, okay, if I use this perk and that weapon, I can take this down much easier, because it shows like what DPS you're doing, how much damage, the output and stuff like that, so you can really get a fluid, amazing build being made, and you don't have to go into a proper game where you're probably going to disturb someone else's playthrough. And another thing they added into this patch is a new mission, and the new mission is okay. It wasn't really like mind-blowing for me. I thought it was cool. I think the best mission they've added personally is the battle barge mission, when you go in and you have to overload the generators to destroy the battle barge that has been infested by turrets. That was so iconic for me. That was so amazing. If any developers are watching this, if I can give you one bit of advice when it comes to feedback, because you actually do hit the mark with this, you make the game feel alive. You make it feel like it's a battlefield. But what I want to see personally is more Space Marines out there. I would love to see a Space Marine battle in the background. I would love to see Predator tanks engaging, Repulsor tanks bursting through the walls. We have it with like the Brutalis, not the Brutalis Dreadnought, the Redemptor Dreadnought, when we have some missions like that. How cool would it be if we could get into a tank? How cool would it be if we saw like a Tyranid versus Space Marine tank battle in the distance, just for some eye candy? I get it, the Imperial Guard are there, they're there in their vast numbers, but give us a little bit more eye candy for us to really lose ourselves and to talk about, because that is what I would absolutely love to see in this game. Just more action, more jam-packed action that will make me harder than Terminator armor. And in summary, I do think this patch has been a great patch, but the big question I asked at the start remains. Is Space Marine 2 back? Is it back for you? Are these new features going to bring you back to the game? Are they going to keep you playing Space Marine 2? Are the grindiness of the new unlocks going to get boring in 2-3 weeks' time? That is my question I pass to you, and I would love to see you answer in chat. If you are back playing Space Marine 2, then tell me what you like about it. If you're not, and you don't want to be playing Space Marine 2, like this doesn't do it for you, please leave me comments saying what would bring you back. Is Space Marine 2 just a game that you're not going to play anymore? Are you just waiting for Space Marine 3, which should be on the horizon around 2028 at the earliest, so we have got a couple of years to go before we probably start to see any sight or sound of that. But all in all, I'm enjoying it so far. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be playing it, but I'm playing it right now to try and unlock some of these goodies. Again, I love your thoughts, feedback on how you feel about it. Post it down below, and we can have a nice little chin wag down there. See ya, have a great day, and bye-bye.